Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and welcome to Almost Live, a television show and a cultural institution. You know, we welcome input from the community. We don't use it, but we welcome it. Just write us, tell us anything you want. And, you know, actually word has reached us through input that another cultural institution in town, the Seattle Art Museum, are you aware of this? They want to change their appeal more. They want to appeal more to the common person, to let down their hair a bit, and to strive to be sort of non-elitist. They're trying to do that. And I think that if the art museum is really serious, there's some things they could do right away. Like, you know, for example, they're down on First Avenue, right across the street from the Lusty Lady Porno Theater. Obviously, members of the audience much more familiar with that institution. But just my suggestion is the art museum, they could build a sky bridge over there, just right away. Diversify the crowd right away, you know. And you've all seen Hammering Man down there, you know, that big thing. I'm saying, turn it into a ride. You know, just bring the kids. A couple of things right away. The museum, no, they haven't taken those steps yet, but they've announced some interesting new ideas that I think should make the place a lot more accessible to the general public. For example, look at this, more pictures of adorable children with really big eyes. That's new. There's going to be a new section on Impressionists featuring a guy who does really good Jack Nicholson. A really good Jack. They're going to put a big sign out front that says 100 beautiful paintings and 3 ugly ones. It always... It works across the street. If it works across the street, it should work for them. Also, Dale Chihuly is going to be on hand to make little glass unicorns for the kiddies. That's nice. This is interesting. The entire 4th floor is going to be devoted to spin art. You know, like at the Puyallup Fair. I think that's good. And finally, a new ad campaign, less art, more line dancing. Those ideas should make the place a lot more popular. But if you want to talk about what's hot right now, it's that new medical show, E.R.R. You know that show? It's just it's so hot that all sorts of other medical shows are crowding onto all the channels. And actually, there's a great new one coming to King TV, and we have a preview. Take a look.
A day-to-day human drama.
Let's get started.
Life inside a major metropolitan hospital.
Scallops?
You mean scalpel?
Whatever.
Under constant pressure. They're overworked.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
And underqualified.
Well, there's the, what is that called?
They're tired and confused.
Where's your mask?
Oh, man, I spaced that, man.
They're the not very smart, but dedicated people of E.R.R. They work hard. They work fast. Because when time is critical, they react first and ask questions later.
Dr. Fleming?
Hey, Dr. Miles.
I understand you just performed a penis reattachment surgery.
Yes, sir.
It was supposed to go on the patient in room 425A.
Isn't that what I did?
This is 425B, Doctor.
You think she's gonna be upset?
If a mistake can be made,
Has anybody seen my watch?
then a mistake will be made
Open and back up.
by E.R.R.
Dr. Blankenhorn, sometimes these things just happen.
patient comes in with a routine sinus infection and I amputate his foot? That just happens?
Look, you've got to stop blaming yourself.
Okay.
It's the day-to-day story of life and death boo-boos.
Mrs. Swingle, I have some good news for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually the exact opposite. It's bad news. Sorry.
It's E.R.R.
All right, looks like a hit. Stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
Hello, and welcome back to Channel 9's Pledge Break 95. We hope that you're enjoying our new nature show, Dead Red Meat, a series that is 100% government approved and funded entirely by the NRA. We'll be going back to part 3 in just a moment, but first let's go to George Ray for some straight talk regarding the challenges we're currently facing here at PBS. George?
Thanks, Leela. As you know, the Republican sweep of Congress last November has seriously threatened government funding for public television. And frankly, some of us here at Channel 9 figured that by now we'd be just like the Democrats, out on the street. But that hasn't happened. Why? One reason. I don't want to be out on the street. In fact, that's our new Channel 9 slogan. I don't want to be out on the street. But in order to accomplish this goal, we have to become a little more Republican-friendly. Here's Bernie to tell you more.
Well, thanks, George. You know, the phrase Republican-friendly simply means licking the hand that feeds us, which, by the way, is another new Channel 9 slogan. And the most obvious way to do that is through our exciting new programming. Barney, for example. Now, he's back, but this time with another one of his adorable roly-poly friends who we call Baby Newt. Let's take a look.
I love you, you love me.
But only in a healthy, American, paternal, heterosexual sort of way.
Aren't they? Aren't they just the cutest? And if you're a fan of Painting with Bob Ross, you'll love his new show, Republican Painting with Bob Ross.
All righty. Working on our little forest scene here. Get all these trees out of here. They're blocking our view. And we're going to replace them with little happy stumps. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so now we've got a lot better view of the nuclear power plant over here. All right? Good. Let's have some little happy steam clouds here coming out of the cooling tower. There we go. There we go. Let's paint over these spotted owls and these marmots or whatever they are. There we go. Now we've got a nice, happy, vacant little forest here. Isn't that nice?
And finally, reduced budgets don't have to mean reduced quality. Now, even though we may not have the funding to bring you Pavarotti, Domingo, and Carreras as the Three Tenors, we have something I think you'll enjoy just as much. Bound to be a classic. Isn't that right, Leela?
Well, it sure is, Bernie. Okay, I want to take a moment to thank our volunteers from the Philip Morris Company who have been working so hard answering the phones for us this evening. Now, this is Jim Bateman. And Jim, what brings you to Channel 9 this evening?
A free carton of smokes for every hour that I'm here.
Another one of our new slogans. And what's your favorite program on Channel 9?
Health Talk.
Oh, well, that is a wonderful show. What do you like best about about that show?
Robin Minietta. She's a major babe. Is she single?
Well, I wouldn't know.
How about you?
George?
Thanks, Leela. In addition to our new programming here on 9, all of your old favorites will be back, but with a few Republican twists. Some of the shows you'll be enjoying this year are Upstairs, Downstairs, but mainly upstairs. This New House of Representatives. And Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego's Green Card? All this on the new KCTS, and when you make your pledge, we'll send you a great premium, won't we, Bernie?
Well, that's right, George. The money may not be what it used to be, but that won't stop us from finding great premiums for you. So let's see what we have today. Okay. Well, for example, okay, here's a shoe that somebody lost just out here on Mercer Street. Or, oh, how about this? Look at that. A bag of pepperoni sticks. It looks like the crew got into this one, but there's still plenty left. And if you've watched Channel 9 at all over the years, you know we're famous for our stunning over videos, like over Washington and over New England. Well, we don't have those kind of budgets anymore, but that doesn't mean we're not resourceful. And that's why if you pledge at our highest level, we'll be proud to send you a copy of our latest production, Over George Ray. That's truly breathtaking, isn't it?
It is, Bernie. Well, it's about time to get back to our programming now, so please support Channel 9 and send in what you can. Remember, I don't want to be out on the street. Thank you.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
All right.
Checking out the cars I see there.
Yeah, I want to get one just like that someday.
Oh, baby, that is a hot machine. That is a sled. That is a ride. That is a moving machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your car running?
All right. I mean, when it starts.
Well, I mean, it's a '62 Volkswagen. I mean, it's a car. I mean, I didn't have a car when I was your age.
I know.
Hey, Mom said you wanted to ask me something. What's going on?
When you were my age, did you have long hair?
Nope. I mean, I wanted long hair, but Dad wouldn't. I mean, Grandpa, you know, he said, no way, no. Can't have long hair. Got to get a buzz cut, so that's what I had.
Why?
Well, Grandpa thought that guys who had long hair were kind of, you know, sort of, kind of...
Yeah, I know.
You know. I mean, Grandpa is a great guy, but he was just a little old-fashioned in his thinking.
So if you could have had long hair, you would have?
Sure. Are you kidding? Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was the fashion. I mean, all my friends had long hair. I look like a dork with my buzz cut.
What do you think about earrings?
Think your mom looks good in them?
No, I mean, what do you think about guys with earrings?
Well, I think it's fine. If you're a pirate. I mean, you might as well get yourself a peg leg and a parrot while you're at it.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
You want to get a parrot?
No. Look.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, my God, no! I gotta be dreaming. I'm dreaming, aren't I dreaming? Where did we go wrong? What did we do? We gave you your own room. You got a Game Boy. You got a car.
It's just an earring, Dad. Lots of guys have them.
Oh, yeah. Lots of guys who were sort of, you know, kind of.
Yeah, I know. Look, I did ask Mom, but I guess I should have asked you first.
Oh. So Mom gave the green light to mutilation, huh? Very interesting. You got plans pending for your navel, too? You going on down to Tattoo Town after this?
No, this is it. This is all.
Did you have to get such a big one? I mean, it looks like a towel rack. They've got those little ones, you know, those little shiny kind. It looks like a bead of sweat. You can't even tell it's there.
Look, Dad, don't be mad. I mean, it's just a fashion. I mean, it's kind of like how long hair was important to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I guess I was just envious as much as anything. Are you sure you've got that in the correct ear? I read that if you have it in a certain ear, it means that you're, well, you know. Sort
Yeah,
of,
I know.
Yeah. You know, if you'd waited a week, I might have bought you one. You've got a birthday coming up. I could have got you one as a present if, you know, I would have known.
No, you're a pretty cool dad, Dad.
I'm a pretty cool dad, Dad? Well, you're a pretty cool son, too. So what do you want for your birthday?
A bra. I thought it would look cool on the front of my car.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, those are really cool. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Well, large audiences are lining up to see Madame Butterfly running through the end of this month at the Seattle Opera House. Now, this marks a great improvement over the meager crowds who showed up for the initial production, Madame Pupa. Metro has decided that it will now call the material produced at its sewage treatment plants biosolids. And in a related story, police are searching for a group of teenagers who drove to the home of a Metro official and left a burning sack of biosolids on the porch. The new Seattle International Boat Show ads are urging people to, quote, do that kooky, wacky, nutty boat show. The boat show continues through tomorrow at the Leaky, Creaky, Screwy Kingdom. Well, Viacom announced today that it will sell all of its cable television holdings to the Matago Corporation of Sacramento, California. Now, the deal will go through sometime next summer, provided that the Matago Corporation is home between the hours of 9 and 12 in the morning through August. Seattle Sonics coach George Karl now has a phone line where for $2.95 a minute you can give the coach a piece of your mind. Now, Karl says he'll get rich just off the calls from Kendall Gill's agent. Petitions gathered in support of a property rights initiative contained a large number of fraudulent signatures, according to Secretary of State Ralph Monroe. Now, Monroe admits he may be wrong, but he says, quote, my gut tells me there just can't be that many people in this state named Harry Butt. Finally, Quaker Oats has agreed to buy the Nile Spice Food Company of Seattle, and to capitalize on the Seattle angle, they'll replace the picture of the Quaker with Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder. This has been the John Report. Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Bob. This is Tracy, Nancy, and Kim. And before ending the show tonight, we wanted to take a moment to talk about a recent movie we saw, Legends of the Fall, starring
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Well, Brad Pitt is one of the actors, but there are some other excellent people in the movie as well, like
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I know Brad Pitt, but
Brad Pitt.
okay, the star is Brad Pitt. Anyway, the movie is about
Brad Pitt.
what?
Brad Pitt.
The movie is not about
Brad Pitt.
But that doesn't even
Brad Pitt.
Look.
Brad Pitt.
Okay, fine. Have it your way. The movie is about Brad Pitt. Now, the scenery is incredibly
Brad Pitt.
beautiful.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt.
And the music is
Brad Pitt.
fantastic.
Brad Pitt.
In fact, everything about the movie is.
Brad Pitt.
So go see Legends of
Brad Pitt.
Right. Legends of Brad Pitt. You guys are so pathetic.
Brad Pitt.
Mrs. Brad Pitt. Tracy Pitt.
Kim Evie-Pitt.
That's about all the time we have this week. I want to thank George. Come on out here. Thank you very much, George. Yes. Don't put this man out on the street. And we have a premium of our own to plug, which actually it's not a premium. You have to pay for this, but I think you have to pay on your station too, right? Yeah. So this is don't forget your very own copy of Almost Live's Guide to Living in Seattle. You just call us at 1-800-LIVE-868. That's 1-800-LIVE-868. And as always, don't transverse those or you'll get a porno line. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.